My lords, my ladies, good morning. Oh, I gotta move on. My cat was in here and rubbed himself all over it, so it's in the wrong place. We're gonna play some Deer Days today, but I'm gonna talk about how you can build decks. Because I've seen some people who have been like, oh, I only play Vanguard 0, like what is going on in this game? And with some other people who have been doing content like Different Fight, like, oh, here's how you can build decks super quickly. It's like, but that assumes that you already know what you're doing, right? So, oh, I see. The reason that it was running kind of badly the other day is because OBS doesn't get along very well with it. Okay, cool. Hang on a minute. Wow, okay, OBS really doesn't like this game. That's alright, I will cope with it. So we're gonna build a deck which is actually based on Doshi's deck, which uses this card. Because I got hit by him actually landing at Soul Blast, and I thought this is actually kind of fun. It's also a deck that I've never made before, so it'll like show you how we can go through the process. So let's start. First things first, we want 4 of these boys. But okay, that's a SP version. The oh, okay, OBS really doesn't get along well with this game. I probably should have tested that before I decided to start going, but we're here now. Okay, so 3. So if you don't have cards, what you can do, so this is from, you can see in the bottom left, it's from BT 101. Sorry, DB 101. So we'll go out to the shop. I recommend that before you decide to start laddering, you actually play through all 5 stories, since it will generate a lot of VP, so you can get a lot of cards. So we'll go to this deck, and we go... And we got, yeah, 2 copies of the regular version, 1 copy of the foil version, so that's enough to be getting on with. And the cards that we overcapped became CP, which we can use to craft singles. No, not that one, this one. So go along and grab this one, and we go 1, 2, 3, and this one, and we'll put the foil one in our ride deck, because why not? Okay, so before we do anything else, let's look at the ride line that we need. So this is Heavy Artillery of Duststorm Eugene. So let's look for a grade 2 that either rides to it or rides from it. In this case, I think it's this one, right? Yeah, when this unit is rode upon by Eugene. So we'll put in one of you to start with, just for the ride deck. And then we go to grade 1, we'll do the same thing, which is this one. So for now, we'll put in one of you in the ride deck, and then we'll go down to grade 0. And yeah, grab you. This is the intended first Vanguard. While we're here, let's do our triggers. So the easy part here is you should always have 4 heal triggers. Now I like to do 2 of each of the special kind of heal triggers. So these ones have only 10k shield instead of 15k, but they get plus 15 in certain situations. So if you are expecting to see like various decks, then it can be useful to have like the split. This is probably not optimal, but like you can change it depending on how you are getting along. The over trigger, which I do have somewhere, there we go, goes in. You can use Oberon, which comes with every trial deck. Usually the clan specific over trigger is better. In this case, it stands your Vanguard if you hit it on drive, which is kind of crazy. And for now, we're going to build this deck as if we were doing a rainbow. So we're going to do, because the over trigger counts as a draw trigger, we're just going to do a rainbow trigger spread. So we'll get 3 of you, and we'll get 4 of this kind of crit, which we have to craft one somehow. These the skill trigger versions of crit triggers are still 15k shield, but they can give one of your units +2, which like can be useful in niche situations. So I would rather run them, and then we'll run 4 front triggers. This is a more specialized kind of trigger. So wait, did I remember to put heals in? I did, yeah. Okay. So the last thing that we need is we need the grade 1 Sentinel. Now you can actually do that by doing a search for Sentinel, and it will bring them up. You want to use this version with the, I'm sorry, not this version that has the auto skill where you don't discard if your hand has 1 or less cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you might be thinking, why not run this for use against triple drive? This is currently broken and its effect doesn't work properly. You still have to discard even if they have triple drive. So until that gets fixed, don't include this in your deck. So yeah, these 27 cards are essentially the core of the deck. So we have our grade 3 ride and 3 copies of it in the main deck for a Persona ride. We have the ride line, we have our triggers, and we have our Sentinel. So the remaining, what is it, 10, 20, 23 cards are like everything else that goes into the deck. So this is the core and the rest is the shell. So for starters, let's go up and look at what's in the grade 3 cards. I'm actually going to take off null unit. Let's swap over to view in case we see anything good. So this one calls from top of deck or puts cards into soul, and it rests your own units to retire them. So let's look at cards that we can find that will support that. And we're just going to start at grade 3 and work our way down. So like this is generic, not really very useful. That's arms support. This is overdress stuff that we don't really need. Okay, here we go. So this one, if Op has 2 or less rear guards, and remember that we're going to try and retire all of their stuff, this goes to soul, which is helpful, and gives the Vanguard crit +1. So that's really good. So let's put in 1 copy of that for now as a placeholder, and then we'll keep looking to see if there's anything else that kind of catches us by, that catches our attention. Dio is a Vanguard card. That's for Nirvana. This is actually not terrible, but it's also not like stunningly good because it's like if they have no front or rear guards, we're kind of already going off. So that's Nirvana. This is an interesting option though, because you could potentially draw a lot of cards with this. So let's put in one of those as a placeholder. Interesting. Okay, this one has potential. You can go over cards in deck, so like you can put in all like 1 copy of all the cards that interest you so that you have them like easily comparable. And like then you can just drop stuff out of it. That's for Nirvana. That's a Dio card. There we go, glitter. This is another one that goes to souls, so like it has the potential to be useful. More Draconic Overlord. Okay, I think we are... Okay, that's overdressed stuff. So let's go down to grade 2. Which is mostly OD stuff. These cards that are vanillas, unlike in older versions of the game, vanillas don't have like better stats to make up for them not having an effect. But if you like really can't find something that fits, like you can, and you like there's like literally nothing, like even like not a like a plus 2000 power or something, you can use vanilla. Like it won't be the worst thing ever. This actually has potential to be quite strong because with an 8000 booster behind it, it will become 23,000, which forces them to spend a trigger, and it soul charges. So we may want to put in more of this, but we already have a copy in our deck as a placeholder, so it can... I mean, now this hard retires, but it's CB1, it's CB2, so that's kind of too expensive. I'll put a copy in just so that it's there, so that we can think about it. But we probably won't go for that. This is basically Blaster Blade. I'll put in a copy, but it has a Soul Blast, so probably not what we want. And this one kind of wins more. Let's chuck you in for later. No. That's overdressed stuff. This is an obvious choice. It specifically supports Eugene, and it restands itself after it pays, because you can use it either for its own effect, or you can tap it with Eugene. That's for Overlord. That's for Overlord. That's Nirvana. Nope. Nirvana. One of the reasons I was interested in this is also because like this isn't like a super common deck. It's like one of the older cards, so I'm kind of having to like actually work at putting it together. So yeah, this is a fair choice because you put a card into Soul, but then you draw a card, so it's still only a -1, and you retire one of their units. The Soul Blast effect could also potentially make it 20k if they have no rear guards at all, so that's pretty useful. Oh, how much CV do we use? Because that's Soul Blast only, but some... Okay. Having a counter charge, even though it's on Vanguard hit, is still useful, so I'll put it in just so that it's there. This is an option. Oh, nice. Okay, this is cool. So Blitz orders are like hand traps. You play them when you're being attacked. Like when you could call to a guard circle. And this one is the equivalent of 10k shield, which isn't great. But it also retires one of their rear guards afterwards, which is like really good. I think did we put in a copy of this already? No, okay, so let's put in a copy of you. Interesting. This is meant for the Baroa deck, but I wonder if you could make use of the Momoke token that it calls. You can't really check the token though, which is kind of frustrating, but oh well. That's Overlord related, of course. Nope. I really miss the grid style deck editor from the 3DS games. This is like where I think this game has like the biggest problem. Okay, so let's go down to grade 1. Let's see. Could be useful. She's a 1-for-1. This can be discarded as cost for Persona Ride, but if we don't have any other discards, then it's probably not worth keeping. So we'll chuck in a copy for now so that we can look at it for later. This one is a good pick. It's CB1. I'm building Eugene, so because it's not like super readily supported, and I've never built it before, so I'm having to go through the whole process that I'm kind of explaining. Let's see. Gojo requires the Vanguard hit, but it is also a counter charge, so let's put in a copy just for fun of it. Put in a copy of you because you retire. This is an interesting option. I think I'm going to leave it out, but like it could be used. This is also an option, but it relies on you drawing it like pretty early in the game, so I think we're going to leave it out. Sure, this can call itself from Souls, so that's going to be useful. And I think we now... Oh, wait, hold on. Yep. Okay, I think this one restands once per turn, which is useful because it can go in a column with the other artillery dragon. And so you can tap them and then restand them. I don't think so. Yeah, the idea is that you like bounce these back to hand so that you can use them to guard with, but I don't think that's actually worth doing. Stuff like this can be useful if you don't have any good idea for a grade 1 slot, because in most decks this will happen pretty quickly since you're aiming for the Persona Ride, and so it becomes like 9k power, 10k shield, which is like not terrible to have either as a booster or in your hand to guard with. Tediums, card from hand. This isn't bad because it's just a when placed, like, retire one, so that doesn't hurt at all. Yeah, this is for Dote, but, like, not a very good version of it. That's not worth it at SP2. That's an Overlord card. That's for Tamahira. Okay. So we've now gone through, like, I'm actually just going to do this to reduce the amount of cards that it's displaying. So we've now gone through and we've picked out every card that we think is going to be useful. So now what we do is we start putting cards actually into the deck. So let's start with this one. This one's kind of an obvious choice. It goes well with what we're trying to do. because the objective here is that we'll like keep retiring stuff. However, it does require that I have 2 or less rear guards. So we're going to put in 2 copies of it for now. This one, I'm going to put in 2 copies because potentially you can draw like an absurd number of cards with it. And then this one is, I think this is going to be too expensive to really get away with. So let's just remove it for now. And this gives one of your rear guards +5. So it could be useful for reaching checkpoints, but I think we're going to leave it out in this version. Okay, ride deck. So this one has actually a pretty useful thing. So we're going to max it out. This one is CB2, which I think is going to be too expensive in the deck, so let's remove it. However, this one is just Blaster Blade. It does have a Soul Blast cost though, which I don't really like. But right, let's leave this one out. And we'll put in 3 copies of this. Actually, I'll put in 2 copies because we want 4 copies of this one, right? Because this is one of our main like column pieces. And then I like this one a lot, to be honest. I might actually, let's put this in instead of Blaster Blade, because you can filter your hand with this one. And this is pretty useful because of the counter charge, but I think like this deck doesn't actually counter blast that much, so I think we can probably do without it. This one does require that it hits, but that does pressure your opponent to guard their rear guards like really heavily. So, and since, okay, we're going to take out this one. And I think I'd rather have this than more copies of this, so I'll take out those and we'll put in a couple of copies of you instead. I like this a lot, but it's mostly a gimmick. So let's take it out for now. For here, CB1 and retire is pretty rough. I don't think I'm gonna put in more of that because like you're basically paying 2 cards to remove 1 card, which isn't super great. Oop, no, wrong button. Let's I don't think we're gonna need Gojo, and I don't think we're gonna need this because we're not discarding too much. This one can call itself, but I think we'll be better off without it. This, however, we really want. This becomes part of your column with Ibarachio, so you like set this up and you use Eugene and you rest them both and retire and Eugene gets plus, and then the grade 1 untaps, and then you untap this one because they have like 1 or less rear guards, right? And so then you have this 25k column, which basically guarantees that you get to retire a rear guard if you swing at it. I don't think this one is as good as this. No, do not abandon the deck being built. It's really laggy because of OBS. I don't know, I think I'd rather have like more of this. So let's take you out. And this puts stuff into soul, so let's do like 2 more of you, 2 more of you, and we're done with the deck. I put version numbers on my stuff, so I can keep track of them more easily. So let's do Dragon Empire. You can do whatever you want for sleeves. I just like, let's go with this one. Kind of fits my color scheme. So yeah. So the thing is, this deck isn't finished yet. Like, we've got it into a playable state, but to know, like, what we're doing with it, we need to, like, actually, like, play with it. So let's go and do that. Assuming that we can find someone. Oh. Yo, we got someone. Calculating. So we're going to throw out these triggers. Looks like he's playing Roa, given that he's using the Glimmer G1. I don't think Roa, it's that... Yeah, he is, okay. I don't think Roa is that good in this game, but who knows, maybe they'll, like, amaze me. I'm gonna pitch this because we can't use it for a while. Go second. That's a Vanguard only attack. Okay, let's do some setup. Okay, the game does not like being recorded by OBS. Yeah, I'm not surprised that he got it there. Isn't that a... Yeah, so until the DLC comes in, you're just gonna have to wait for that one. Nice heal. So we're off to a flying start. So the important thing when you're like playing a deck that you've built is like keep in mind like which cards you never played, like that you either only discarded them for Persona Ride or Sentinels, or they're just like sat in your hand and you never found a good opportunity to play them. Those are the cards that you should think about cutting. But it can be like difficult to tell that without actually playing the game, because you might think, oh yeah, this seems like really good, and then in practice you just never come up with an opportunity to actually play the cards to their fullest extent. Okay, these are Magnolia support though, so I get the feeling that this deck is like a rush build deck that was made without progressing through the story very much. I don't have any real reason to guard, so I'll just take the damage. If I get a critical trigger, then like that's when I start thinking about. Sorry, not if I get a critical trigger. If I get a damage trigger, that's when I start thinking about, okay, should I guard here or not? I think I'll guard this one though. If he goes to my Vanguard again, because I don't really want to take like 3 damage right away. And this is enough. Also, how's the game volume? Like, do I need to turn it up? Or is it good? Or... I probably don't need a second copy of you. Cell chart. There goes our fucking over trigger, come on. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you... Actually, you know what? We're going to move you. We're going to place you. Turn you on. He actually turned over one of these, so there's not much point in retiring it. Okay, good. So we're going to turn you on. Nice. So retiring the plant tokens probably seems kind of weird, but the point is that since he drew one of these, he's going to be able to just call them from drop anyway, so... He disconnected. Wow, okay, so you can just like Alt F4 and the game will call it a draw and not a resign. That's not going to be abused. Unbelievable. Okay, so it's the same type as me. These can probably be fine as... Okay. Swap the trigger for a trigger. What are we playing? Mermaids, maybe? Looks like Kyrie? Yeah, okay, it's Kyrie. DC's quote unquote, that was definitely an Alt F4. Huh? Okay, yeah, this is Kyrie. I drew my over trigger, seriously? This time I'm going to be a bit conservative because I went second and really another heal trigger on my first drive. I have like stuff in hand that I can use, but I want to wait until next turn to use it. So instead of putting it on the field where it could potentially be retired, I'm just going to leave it be. They also got a first damage heal. No reason to guard it just at the moment because I need the CB. Yeah, okay, it's Coyote with Friend Engine. That's pretty much what I was expecting to see. That does mean that my heals are a bit whatever. So I'm actually going to use them as my ride deck fodder. Because the deck can either like attacks multiple times or generates bonus critical. Okay. Let's see what we get from this. So it goes to Soul instead, which isn't great, but it's not terrible either. Call you. May as well do the retire. This is mostly to just like force them. One, I want the soul charge, and two, I want to force them to call more cards next turn. Yeah, there's the Grateful Kyrie. I personally was not very impressed with this deck when I tried it out, but like maybe I was doing it wrong. I wasn't using the Friend Engine, so that'll be part of it. Yeah, what do you do again? Right, get from Soul. That one gets Power Plus for having friends. I actually do not like this situation that I'm in right now. I'm gonna guard this one because I don't like really have the cards in hand to guard the other two in an efficient way, so I'm just gonna take the next two attacks after I block that one. And technically, it's also possible that he kills me from here by ripping a double critical, but that is fairly unlikely to happen. Yeah, okay, I thought that might happen because, Kyrie can bounce cards. This is a bit of a rough matchup since he's being smart and, like, only playing enough cards that he can then bounce. So I don't have anything to retire, because if I can't retire anything, most of my effects don't work. However, I do get the Soul Blast and Call from the top of my deck, so that may not have been the best decision they ever made. I'll throw out the crit because I want to hang on to the Persona Rides. Okay, let's just double check how this skill works. So, okay, oh no, it's if your opponent's rearguard is retired this turn. Okay, so you basically just don't get to play the game. That's fine. It also means that I just like don't have to spend a lot of cards from hand to keep up an offense. Okay, Boomer. I have 7 cards in hand, my guy. Like, you don't get to kill me this turn. Some damage triggers would be nice, but that's okay. Seriously? Oh, that's right, you get Power Plus from that. That's just enough to be annoying. Let's spend this on it. Perfect guard the Vanguard because it has triple drive. Oh, that's right. It gets the bonus from that. I forgot. I forgot. Yeah, I don't actually have anything to block this with, so I'm just gonna take it. Hope for a heal. Nope. My mistake, he does get to kill me this turn. Huh? I literally have nothing to lose, so it's not a big deal to get a really rough one like that. They also played that really nicely, like on their G3 turn. They only played cards that they could bounce with Kyrie, so I had nothing to retire. Actually getting people pretty quickly, which I'm pleased about. Because a lot of people kicked up a fuss and were like, oh, the game's so expensive and it's DLC. It's like, it's literally less than I would normally pay for a full price game and release with the season pass by like 20 to 50 bucks, depending on where you're looking. Oh, I see. So the lag was mostly being caused by rendering objects. Okay, so yeah, I did get the impression this game is pretty poorly optimized from the demo, but then it ran really well when I wasn't streaming it, so I was like, oh, this is fine. Turns out that the issue is actually just that it does not get along well with OBS. So they're playing Bab Saga, which should be fine. They actually call a lot of low-grade rear cards, so I have a lot of opportunities to retire stuff. There we go. My cat likes to come and rub his face all over one of the levers on my desk chair, and when it does that, it actually locks the chair in place. So I was like, why am I so uncomfortable? And oh, that's why. Alright, so they're gonna get... maybe I should damage deny on my G3 to... no, I'm gonna get 2 battle phases before then, so it's not really worth doing. I'm well aware that pitching triggers looks really cursed, but you don't normally guard in the first few turns of the game, so it's not a big deal if you, do that. Wait, no, hold on. I don't need the extra soul charge just yet. Uh-oh. Okay, no, we got him back. The hot pockets were ready. Okay, they've built this up, but I don't think they have a particularly good grasp of how the deck works fluidly yet. Okay, nice heal. I'm definitely going to have words with OBS if I'm planning on streaming this game more, because it's very unhappy. Like, this game is very unhappy with it. Let's do you, because I'm going to use the other two. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put this one out here. I'm going to put her behind, I'm going to put this one behind it. And then we're going to use his first skill. We're going to rest these two. We'll retire this because I don't want them to call Trick Moon to their back center row and make the Vanguard like completely unblockable. Yo. Kind of a shame that that one's once per turn, but... And then, let's see. Same number of cards as the opponent's open. Yeah, right, let's do this. Since I can... Actually, wait, hold on. I'm short one soul to, like, really do damage with this, so I'm gonna just call for... Actually, wait, hold on, I can soul charge with you, can't I? Yes. Then we'll use your ability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Indeed, that was a... Oh man, I got all of my Persona Ride stuff. Yeah, okay. Well, that sucks. You better block. Yeah. Dude, I can't believe that I got all 3 of my Persona Ride copies in that pickup. Like, Holy crap. The player time limit is actually a bit rough if your deck is like combo centric and with the way that the game lags when you're running OBS. But wait, did it not? Oh no, wait, that's right, she got it. Duh. We're off to a fairly good start here, although I am going to lose my front row. Because she has Spear and Shield in hand and enough damage to play them both, and then she can use Babsaga's Soul Blast 2 and retire my front row and get critical +1, but that's fine. It's not going to do like astonishingly huge amounts of damage to me. I wonder if the game would run better if I windowed it. I'll give that a try after the battle, because this is actually getting really frustrating. Because of the time limit and like I'm losing a significant amount of time to lag, so... I really don't know why you didn't call Trick Moon to back center R so that you could unflip, but I'm sure you have a reason. Okay. I don't know why you didn't call the other Trick Moon behind... Oh, wait, does it require you to... No, because it's a... Yeah, from drop, you could have countercharged. I have no idea why they didn't do that. I'd better block this or else I'm going to have a bad time. Oh, they ran out of time. Oof. That sucks. Okay, there will be no riding today. And they surrendered. Maybe it's because they ran out of time. I don't think so, though. Alright, I'm just going to try windowing the game so the stream might freak out for a second. And I'm hopeful that doing that will let it run a little bit better. It was working fine, and no, that didn't help. Okay, so it just hates OBS. Let me try, hold on, I'm gonna try setting wait, oh, it's not even the game capture, it's the OBS process that's causing it to shit itself. So, okay, this does happen with some games. OBS just like severely messes with them. And there's like nothing I can. Oh, actually, is it me or is it running worse when it's being captured? I'm gonna try. I don't want to remove you because you've got tons of useful stuff happening. Let me try. No, okay, I think I'm just gonna have to cope. Let me just reset my options real quick. Maybe I should turn the like refresh rate down to 30. That might help. Yeah, okay, that actually helped a lot. Specifically, it helped with the input lag side of things. It's still like stuttering a bit, but it's going to do that whenever I have OBS open, I think. I have a fucking GFX bot join my Discord and try to start drawing for work, like fucking. So it's like a plague. Okay, not a bad start. We got 2 of our pieces. And and they're playing the same deck. Huh? There's my Persona ride. And now we're getting back, so I need to shut my door up. Hold up a sec. Ugh. Hopefully none of my cats stuck into my room while I wasn't paying attention. I haven't just trapped them in here with me. Oof, that's rough. I see, they're basically doing like a grade 1 rush. Interesting. I can't block that at all, so I'm just gonna let it go. I cannot feasibly block that either, but that's fine. I would have liked to draw that. I'm starting to have misgivings about this card, because I think it's going to be hard to actually use it, but... what shall I drop? Let's get rid of you for now. I'm planning on playing all of the other cards. Alright, call you here, swap you two around. They have, like, nothing. Like, the only thing in their hand is that critical trigger. since I can't kill them, I'm actually going to play defensively and take out this rear guard. It's like the only thing that they get to do on their turn is ride. Like they just have to ride and swing, that's all they get to do. Did they draw their over trigger? They did. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, rest your two Stegosaurus dudes. Yeah, there we go. You could have activated both of those. Like, it's not once per turn per same name. Okay. Sure. Nice crits. It's the only one boost, right? Oh, this is Hacksaw boost, so it's gonna get... Is it other? Yeah, so it's plus... Can I read that? Thank you. Plus 5 per, so it's gonna be 38. Oh, it's not during main phase. Interesting. Unfortunately... Good idea, though. I actually don't hate that. That's a pretty interesting way to try and build the deck. I'm aware that this looks extremely cursed. There is... I promise there's a good reason for it. Anything is fine, so you go, and then... Oh, come on! Cursed top of deck calls. Oh, that's bad. Okay. This is actually not enough, but I don't know if they'll really spend the hand on defending it. Yeah, I thought they would. you went for this one, okay. I'm actually starting to become tempted by this in favor of this. The pressure that this provides is really nice, but this is a guaranteed retire and it lets you filter your hand. So I'm playing a Eugene deck that I built earlier, because I wanted to go over, like, it's one thing to be like, oh, this is how you can quickly build a deck, like just, you know, get a list from here and then build it. But I wanted to go over, like, how you can, like, actually build a deck, like, from the ground up. And then we're going to refine it with, now that we're testing it. And I ran into someone playing a variation on the deck that uses this for a grade 1 rush, which is pretty interesting. Honestly, they might have the, like, a better idea than using Eugene's Soul Blast, because, like, every time I've used his Soul Blast 5, I've gotten, like, triggers and shit in my top 5, and it's really sucked. It's okay, that's, like, one of the reasons I wanted to do this, is because I knew a lot of people were, like, either picking up Vanguard through this game for the first time, or had only played Zero. So... which, and like, Zero is a completely different game. Can I guard that? It's gonna get plus 10, so it's gonna come up to 28, so yes, I can. So I'll guard this one, and then defend... oh no, wait, hold on, you get plus as well, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, that one can go through. And then that's going to be... yeah, I mean, building varieties of decks will also help you learn, like, how to deal with different clans, because it makes you think, like, okay, how do I put this together? Like, how is the deck going to work? That kind of thing. So I'm going to need to spend all of this. Okay. I'm, like, severely screwed. But I might be able to do something about it. These are really annoying me. So I'm going to remove them. I just charged my overtrigger. Okay, well, I drew okay, so, this is... yeah, Soul Blast 1... oh, I can't rest it because I don't have the Soul Blast for it, okay. Oh, but they have almost no cards in hand, so I'm just gonna swing. Yeah, they did a G1 Swarm strat, which I've never seen before, and it was actually pretty cool. Getting a trigger ever would be nice. However, they may not actually have enough in hand to guard this. Oh, they had a perfect guard in hand. Okay, nice. Okay, their idea where they were like using the soul charge to fuel the grade 1, so that it was becoming like an 18k booster was actually really clever. It's probably better than what I've been doing with this deck, where I was actively trying to use Eugene's ability. Now, do I have enough cards in hand to defend? Sort of. Did they choose not to... Oh, it's one or less rear guards, okay. Okay, that's the default front trigger though, which is only 15k. And so their total shield in hand is 20k plus one card that I don't know what it is. Alright. Nice. I should have called this first, whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't have guarded that one either, and like I would just hope for the heal trigger. But GG. That was a cool deck, I actually like that a lot. It could be improved, I think they don't have that many cards yet. But the like G1 Swarm idea was actually really clever. Alright, let's do some tweaking. Alright, so first things first, this has not impressed me. Like, we weren't able to use this in a meaningful way at all. So I'm just going to take it out and we're going to put in another copy of this so that we draw it more often. And this has not been useful at all. So instead of that, I'm going to put in a fourth copy of this because I desperately want to draw it. And if we go to grade 2, normal unit... Where are you? This one, with when placed, is like really solid. I do have a Grand Grace deck that I can show if you're interested. Let me just... I'd like to make room for... no, this will be fine. So, this is the Grand Grace deck that I put together. Some of it like needs to otherwise filler, but yeah, we can play that for a little bit if you like. Oh, I need to note that I changed up the Eugene deck. you. Actually, wait, let me, I can't change. Let me just swap my fighter over to Yuki. Because, Yuki has, like, it's like her, special card, so she has, unique, like, dialogue and cut-ins for it. Where the hell is she? Whereas I actually am quite fond of this card as well, because its artwork is, like, amazingly cool. I'm actually kind of surprised that I'm not seeing like lots of Bastion and stuff, but I guess people who are playing that have probably already ascended to higher classes. Assuming that we can get anyone. Oh, we got someone, okay. It's deck name Deck. I actually haven't been paying attention if people have been using their deck names. Aki, who is like my friend that I play with, that's surprising because Bastion is probably the best deck in this format. I should have just gone paper, because they were clearly just mashing rock like I do. Nice. Okay, they're playing Bab Saga. I'd say quite possibly the Bab Saga trial deck. Nope, they're playing Dragonic Overlord. So this deck's ride line is a bit weird. We ride Marin on Wingle Brave, and the purpose of this is that we're going to use Marin's skill because we don't have any grade 2, I do not want to call you, because we don't have any grade 2 blasters in our deck. Our only grade 2 blaster is the Blaster Dark in our ride deck. Marin is guaranteed to call Wingle Brave from Soul, and then we retire them for Blaster Dark's on-play skill. So that we don't do something like... Because, like, if you use Blaster Javelin, like, you can, you know, pull out, like, one of your Persona ride targets, or your over-trigger, and it's really awful. So, like this, you, like, can't mess that up. Why did you... Oh, I see, it's this. Okay. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. Right, which makes up for... Which is like the old Conroe. Okay. So by doing this, we like effectively come out one card ahead of where we would otherwise be, which helps even things up, especially if we went second. Yeah, Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark have cut-ins as if they were key cards because of Aichi and Ren being Yeah, so as you can see, like, we don't have anything that we can pick up. So instead we do this. No retire, but it gets twin drive, so like that's more than enough to be getting on with. Nice. I wanted one of those for next turn because it's the main target for using with Graham. Okay, so that comes out and then... okay, so you just don't get to guard the rear guard. Okay, so Dio gets to restand no matter what. I mean, I guess technically you could intercept. Does it have a discard? Or do you... Oh, you do discard, so you don't get to plus off DO anymore because it used to, like, its restand used to not be a discard effect. You paid, what was it, CB3 and it could restand when it hit a rear guard. So, but its drive went down to 1, but that meant you got 3 drives, whereas this time you still get 3 drives, but you discard a card, so you only get 2 cards out of it. That's once per turn, my friend. It's not like original DO where you just get to restand for free, like when you hit a rear guard. What? Okay. Oh, maybe she wanted to damage deny me? I guess that's possible. If they did, then that's, like, fairly intelligent. I think they did want to just damage deny, so I'm just gonna let them. Like, I can happily just play this deck slower. It's not a big deal. So Maple's purpose is just 100% to be a recurring card that you don't have to call from hand. Because she self-calls from drop every time you ride a G3. And Graham has, like, both of Graham's skills you draw a card for, so this is like a way of capitalizing on the additional like cards in hand. Because you don't have to use them to have bodies on the field. Yeah, I see. Okay, I think they were just damage denying so that they could play dirt. Yeah, and then the restand is... Oh, but you actually lose... with the effect you don't, but you still only +0. For dirt instead of it being, like, amazing. They don't get any triggers. This isn't very threatening, but they do get to filter their hand pretty hard. Yeah, just do it, my dude. Like, don't even hesitate. Oh, sick. Okay, so you do get a plus card by using this. Okay, nice. Getting some damage triggers would be nice, but oh well. How many? 1, 2... Okay, I can actually afford to guard this. Guarding with Maple is free because she's going to recur next turn. Okay, and then we're gonna use your effect before anything else. But doesn't matter what the SB. Using Bedivere and K is another way, because it calls from deck, it's like yet another card that I put on the field without using up my hand. This card's when hit effect is like a free like counter charge and soul charge, so using it as the call for Graham is kind of the best option. Since like it pays for itself if it hits. Please tell me that that was not my... It was my overtrigger, of course it was. So yeah, we drew like a lot of cards that across that turn. Like, we only played 3 cards from our hand, but we've played 1, 2, yeah, we played like 4 cards, and we also drew 2 cards, so like we are well ahead. Actually, no, we drew 5 cards because one was for the Persona ride, but it replaces the card that we played for it, so. Now, do I have another Gram in hand? I don't. Okay, but I do have another Maple, so I can basically guard at leisure. I have 2 Sentinels, so I should be fine. This is the turn that I've been particularly concerned about. Dote Persona ride turn is just going to be really rough to deal with. Interesting. Oh, it's now a when attacks, okay. Interesting. Okay, do I have a crit in hand? Yes, I do. Actually, better than that, I can use my draw trigger and intercept with Maple. I have another Maple in hand, but if I like draw Gram, then like she comes back for free, so it's not a big deal. Nice heal. Nice crit. Okay. This is kind of an oh no anyway scenario, because like I needed the CB anyway, so not a big deal. Getting a heal would have been nice though. Yeah. Oh, nice. Does it have to go there? No. Okay, that is probably a misplay, because like the extra 13k doesn't matter. Like at this point I was gonna perfect guard or not at all, so let me just discard the other Maple because it straight up doesn't matter. Like, Maple exists to be discarded for things. What is my purpose? You get discarded for various things. Oh my god. Okay. No Gram. I can get rid of this trigger. Right. Now the question is, what should I call? Because I didn't hit anything good. I guess we'll just call one of these. Yeah. I may as well. I could use the skill just to filter another grade 1 out of my deck, but I think that's probably going to be a bit wasteful at this point. Alright, let's finish you. Oh, good, I got another gram for next turn, okay. Oh, it's a 15k shield. Okay, I can't read. That is drop, right? Oh, if the opponent's drop. I should strongly consider that. That's way better than its Royal Paladin equivalent. Okay, so I'm all set for next turn. And I don't doubt that I'm going to reach next turn with 10 cards in hand. Okay. I would have taken the damage to have the extra CV, but that's not, like, guarding there isn't wrong either. How many does that make? 1, 2, okay, that's 3, so there's a 4th one hidden away somewhere, but I don't, is it in the, no. Alright, they've got, okay, so the 4th one is in there somewhere, but I'm not sure where. It may still be in their deck. It's getting kind of dicey. I don't think I'm gonna die, but I could. They've got to be, like, running out of triggers at this point, though, because they've hit them a lot. Fuck! Oh, that's Vanguard. Okay. Unfortunately, I took 2 damage, so it's not going to matter. Because, I don't have another heal trigger in deck. As you can see, this deck still needs some tuning. I haven't really played it enough to start like tuning it together though. Alright, give me just a minute, I'm just gonna go and refill my water bottle. Okay, I returned. Sorry about that. Let's go with this again, because I kind of want to, like, tune this deck some more. Like, Graham's a really cool card. There we go. As I tried to twist myself in half. PBD sleeves, but I'm not sure what he's actually going to play. Send you back. Full bow? Oh yeah, it's got to be Phantom Blaster Dragon. No chance it's anything else. Yeah. Interesting choice to discard PBD, but he's probably going to make PBO and then just try and put PBD in Soul rather than riding PBD, because you don't really want to ride PBD that much. It's the G1 lineup that I'm really not happy with in this deck. I really need to like figure out a way to like tune it up a bit, but I didn't really like see any other like super good options for it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ouch, though. This is why I stopped doing Blaster Javelin and started using Marin, because I got sick of that happening. Although, in this deck he probably runs like multiple copies of Blast of Dark, so it might not be the best idea to do that. Right. Interesting. So did he manage to put a PVD in Soul from that? Yes, okay. So he's set up now, he just needs to play Overlord and not even worry about playing Phantom Blaster Dragon. PBO is probably the card that's in his ride deck as well. Nice crit. Look at my poor damage zone, dude. I gotta heal in 2 crits. Like, come on. I call this, but I am not going to use its skill. Bad draw as well. I think what I really need to tweak is like my G1 lineup. Like K is fine, obviously. but it's like the 2 angel cards that obviously don't fit. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna live. It's an oh dear. They got an order. Yeah, you can have it, my guy. If he rips 2 triggers, I'm dead anyway, so it's not a big deal. He didn't believe. And understandably so. This one's actually easy to block, so I'm going to use 1 card to block it efficiently. Nice maple. I would have liked if I could have, like, you know, drawn that and dumped it, but whatever. Dude, my draws are terrible this game. That's a start, though. Yeah, I thought he wouldn't guard that. Okay, does oh I know, hold on, it's 2, oh no, it is a Blast of Dark specifically. And he doesn't have a BD, so since he can't call that, I'm just gonna leave it alone, basically. With Graham's gimmick, where its Persona Ride also works on your back row, the better VK column hits, like, it's 43k, which is absolutely absurd. You know what? I'm willing to bet that he doesn't actually have enough cards to do this again, because you have to retire 2 rear guards for it. Yeah, he wants to end this like right away. Unfortunately, I have like more than enough shield for this. Unless he gets his over trigger, but I don't think that's likely. That's a grade 3. Oh yeah, you are definitely out of cards in hand to guard with, my friend. No! Ah! I would have gotten the over trigger too. I'm so mad. Oh, they drew their over trigger. Damn it. Okay. That being said, like, I may not have killed him that turn, but that was definitely the last turn. Because, like, they're not going to get over me with just these cards. Good idea, though. Where's that maple that I got? Here we go. Do I have... No, okay. Yeah, that's gonna be 2 to pass, and like if they root 2 triggers, I probably just die anyway, so Good try. Wait, this doesn't have a CB requirement, doesn't it? No, okay. Nice final turns there from both of us. Yeah. You kind of just run out of resources, which is like Shadow Paladin's big problem. Yeah, oh, you get a bonus for preventing final turn. Nice. Yo, I leveled up. Let's tweak this deck a little bit, because I do not really like where it is at the moment. So it's mostly the grade 1 lineup that I don't like, it's these two cards. So let's have a look at what we can do about that. This is an option, because then it becomes 18k. No, sorry, it becomes 23k, which is significant. And I don't use the Soul Blast for much else. Yuki's CPU fight deck uses Painkiller Angel, which isn't bad. This would be another option to help me keep my counter charge up and going. I might do that. It's between two of you. And... this is an interesting option, but not one I think I'm going to go for. And this is an option just to keep me like alive a little bit longer if I have G3s in hand, but I would rather not play them because I would want to keep them in reserve anyway. This is an option too, but I'm probably just gonna get K. I don't restand, so... Maybe this, because like if I have 5 other units, it becomes 18k, so it's then 28k if I call it. Although this has an interesting concept as well, but I don't think I'm going to go for it. This is an option because it can be used as a call option. But people often leave the column behind the Vanguard empty, so it's got to be either a Sepsis Angel or actually own the cards I'm looking for so I can do this. I think we've got to either do a Sepsis or Energy Refill. I do end up with more soul than I need, so... Whereas Counterblast remains at a premium, so let's do... I could also... Didn't I see something that let me countercharge? Oh no, that's right, I put it in already. Duh. Alright, let's do... Energy Refill, I think. And I think that the rest of these are pretty much fine as they are. I'm gonna actually add one more review and one less stripe trigger. Draw trigger, since you draw a card for the over trigger anyway. Wait, why can't this deck be used? What did I do? Oh. I'm short of front trigger, if you can believe it. Oh no, anyway. Right, let's give this another go. Oh hey Mimi, thank you for the follow. I did not notice. I think you may have done it while I was in BRB mode. But thank you. Oh boy, this guy spent the money on the DLC, so this is going to be a PBO deck for sure, right? Game. Oh yeah? I was considering that. I might give that a shot depending on how this plays out. I feel like I might have too many grade 1s generally since like I want to hit Bedivere and call K from decks, so I could definitely make space there. Uh-oh. I think the game is not very happy. I'm just gonna... Let's just stop capturing the game for a minute so that it's not like a flashbang. I may have to Alt F4 because the game looks very unhappy at the moment. I'll give it like another 30 seconds. I'm literally watching the counter tick over on my OBS. Okay, yeah, I think it broke, so I'm just going to Alt F4. My apologies to the person I got matched with. But the game was not cooperating. There we go. Let's I'll just double check wish for tomorrow because I do not remember what it is. Oh, this one, yeah. That's not a bad choice. I'm kind of concerned about the counterblast stacking up, but I'm pretty interested now as well. I'll take out you. I'll put a third one of you and I'll run 2 of this. Let's have a look at how this goes because I'm kind of interested to see how that works out. Okay. Hopefully things will go better this time. I'd say there's probably like improper handling for if a connection drops. He mind gamed himself. Dote sleeves? Oh yeah, it's a dote deck. Yeah. He's even using the undo first Vanguard. Yeah, like this is definitely dote. Yeah. So, this deck doesn't run any grade 2 blasters. The intent is that Marin will miss and then be forced to call Wingle Brave, who I then retire for Blaster Dark, because I had some issues on previous attempts where I called things out of my deck, like my over triggers, because I was using Blaster Javelin as my G1, and I got really sick of that happening. It's been working out pretty well for me, I've found. I think it's a fairly good idea in this kind of deck where you aren't intending on going up to like Majesty Lord Blaster. Oof. Yeah. I really don't want those to hit. Okay. I would have gone after the rear guard, but that's fine too. Damn. I was really hoping that he'd get a trigger because I don't actually have enough damage to like play this hand to the fullest. I'll save the Bedivere for next turn. Ludwig, get away from my door, you little shit. Let's just run over his rear guard. Sorry, I had to text someone and say, come and get the cat away from my door because he's scratching at it and meowing his head off. Okay. It's like, yes, please attack Mabel. Now the question is, do I block that or not? I think I'm going to go with not. A nice plan. No particular reason to take the damage if I can guard it efficiently, so... If I could stop drawing triggers, that'd be great. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty rough because you basically have to start guarding the Vanguard all the time at that point. Just in... Oh, I did it again! I drew my over-trigger off Graham. In this game, the damage indicator just turns yellow, but in the old 3DS games, it had this, like, pulsing red danger graphic once you hit 4 damage. Wait, no. Vanguard first. I didn't think they were going to guard there. Yeah, well, there's my next turn all set. However, I've got to actually get to my next turn, which could be a bit rough at the moment. Well, you really don't want to take that extra damage, do you? I guess if you've got the cards to spare, there's no reason to take damage, but I probably would have taken that. Or maybe they felt that they couldn't guard this. You know what? I'm just gonna let that go because he's gonna restand it. Actually, wait, does it have to hit? No, it's just end of battle at attack. I'm just gonna let it go then. Which one's Arthur again? I have a really hard time remembering card names. Yeah, I run a bunch of him. Yeah, let's just make it 2 to pass, because like if he gets 2 triggers, I'm in deep shit anyway, so it doesn't really matter if like I only guard for 2. Yeah, I run 4 Arthans. I just only drew one of them this game. I thought for a minute there he wasn't going to pay the cost for its skill and was like, what are you doing? Why not? I may as well call you. Let's do that. This is incredibly ghetto, but... Oh, there's one now. I wonder what's in his hand. I might have actually made that kill if I'd believed in my grade 1. Yeah, that's going to come down to trigger luck, I think. I'm pretty sure his over trigger is still in his deck as well. Yeah, if he hits that, I kind of just die. Because he'll get a triple restand. Why do I keep twisting so far away? There we go. My cat is making a concerted effort to get through my door, so I keep having to bug someone to come and deal with it. Can I actually guard this? Because you're 25k, which comes up to 36.4. Okay, so that's actually... there, and then if we add this, it's, yeah, 2. Okay, yeah, I can probably just kill him since he didn't get any triggers in a meaningful way. Oh, he doesn't have any CB left either. Darn. I wanted to, like, any unit would have done. Oh wait, it doesn't matter because I have Maple. Duh. That's why I intercepted with Maple. I'm awake, I know what I'm doing. I don't have any CB. I totally forgot. Nice over trigger. Holy crap, okay. Now I used mine already, didn't I? Yeah, okay, so... that could be interesting if I live long enough to use it. I really can't complain because the thing that I like about overtriggers is that in earlier iterations of Vanguard, you could often play a resource game to a point where like triggers no longer mattered and it was entirely about like the resources that you had in hand. And overtriggers provide like a very slim chance to overturn that, which I think is actually a good thing. Because it means that like even in a situation where you would definitely win or lose, like there's still some room. And since Vanguard is like heavily based on that idea, I think they're a good thing. But I mean, I also don't play Premium because Premium is a shit format, so... Dude, what is this guy's trigger like? Holy crap. Are you kidding me right now? Really? Interesting. I thought for sure that he was going to swing with the other one and then damage deny if I blocked, which would have been really smart. I'm not going to have the CV to play this, so I'm going to drop it. Up to Soul Blast, not to call from hand, dummy. Get it right. I think him blocking that may have actually just saved me from decking out because I'm going to draw a card and then I'm going to drive 2. So if I'd soul charged, I actually would be down to 1 card in deck. The game does not like being recorded by OBS, which is why it's like stuttering like it is. You definitely got the shield for this though, because you have a critical trigger and a heal trigger in hand. Unless he accidentally decks himself, I don't think I can actually win this anymore. 2, discard 2. If he gets a draw, he could potentially deck himself out if he's running any. Let me just check. Okay, he's running draws. There's 1. Two. Oh, okay, I actually have a pretty good chance of winning this if he gets a draw trigger. Well, I mean, not now, if he gives them both to his Vanguard. Oh, he didn't believe. Or he wasn't planning on restanding. He went for it. Oh, but he gets drive minus... No, wait, no, he doesn't. Its drive isn't reduced. Okay. So yeah, if he gets his draw triggers, then I could potentially win by him getting decked out. Okay, my guy is not running more than 3 draw triggers. We block those, my friend. Yeah, if the last card in his deck is a draw trigger, it would be pretty funny because, like, I would have won if it was any of the cards above that. But at this point, I straight up cannot win the game because I can't block this. And so even if I get a 6th damage heal when I draw in my draw phase, that's the end of the game. Yeah, I mean, it all came down to that over trigger. And that's kind of the point of the over trigger, is that it can turn like a sure loss into a maybe win. Oh, no, wait, hold on, I want to change deck. I wonder how people cope with this. Hang on. Let me change fighter so that you get the full experience. It's funny because I've been losing there. I'm pretty sure that it's like, I'll show you the gap between us is the gap between heaven and earth, which is like a pretty common like bragging line, but it's kind of famous because Kaiba says it in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's like totally awesome when he does. Incidentally, Meguro Kanji is voiced by freaking Hayami Sho, who is like in everything. He's this super prolific voice actor. Okay. Like, it's easier to talk about what this guy isn't in than what he's actually in. That's kind of a shame because this deck does really like to go first, but... His Daybreak Sleeves, Danji Avatar. Like, that makes sense. Nice charge. Alright, show me what you're running, my guy. Are you actually running Diabolus Bruce, or are you running something else? Okay, you're actually running Diabolus Bruce. There's a non-trivial chance when you see this ride line that it's actually Favnel. Wait, what? That's a... okay. Isn't that a card that supports Sparrow-Magnus? Okay. That one with the parasol, I'm sure, is a Sparrow-Magnus support card. Oh, whoops. I'm awake, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, that... I wasn't quick enough to see it. I really like the various animations for the attacks that they have in this game, because in the 3DS games they were pretty lame. What shall I drop? Alright, you. Of course, I can't actually, like, do anything with this hand as it stands, so I'm just gonna, like, swing and play patiently. Wow, okay, he was scared. Dude, I don't know if you know this, but, like, I don't have... Yeah, this one. Oh, no, it is a Final Rush card. Okay, I'm just dumb. There we go. What getting double critted does to an MFA? Yeah. I was joking with a friend, like, can you imagine if, you know how, like, only Danji gets, like, fully animated fights in the anime? Can you imagine if his attacks had, like, epic, like, full FMV cut-ins? Like, to carry that forward into the game? Okay, now do any of these have on a hit effect? Okay. Oh, it's not enough. Okay. What should I do? Well, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off one of these and I'm going to put this one on. Except no, then there's no point in doing that. Let's just get hit. Yeah, well, I think, given how long the lead time would have been between, like, when this went gold and when, it came out, I'd say, like, the DLC that is available now that they're going to roll out as a season pass is probably already headed towards gold. Okay, so for guard, and then we do this. But I imagine that after, like, the season pass, if it goes well, they'll roll out a second season pass. But given, like, how solid the game is, it's likely that they'll take a long-term DLC approach instead of releasing a second game. Which is why the DLC price tag is what it is. No, this one. Thank you. Yeah, probably. Not to mention that D-Series has had a slow rollout because they're continuing to support premium, so it's been like D-set, premium set, D-set, premium set, instead of getting like a bunch of D-sets, so they've definitely got time. Kyu Gyaku no Toki. His voice is so good. Wait, no, hold on, call you. Game, please. I charged my freaking over trigger. Zero, zero, and zero. What have I got in here? 3 plus 8 is 11, plus 1 is 12. Okay, so not enough. Okay, this one turned out to be a lot more concerning than I thought. Question is, will you guard it or reserve for the Vanguard? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You know what? Screw it. Let's go. Absolutely zero surprise. Dude, like, I know that you don't want me to get cards in my soul, but at that point, like, you made, like, that was not worth spending 3 cards on. Yeah, I mean, I could probably do some actual math and figure out how likely that was to work. But I think you're right. This guy is feeling the pressure of the potential for a double crit. So I think like threatening like that is going to pay off. Yeah, he doesn't have the soul for this, and I don't think he's going to get it either. Yeah, pretty much. with the way that shield values versus trigger values are now, it makes it way harder to lose because like you guard for 2 and op gets 1 and like plays it onto their rear guard, which I do not think is a bad thing. Oh no, he's gonna get enough from this. Okay. I think I get to live though. Unless they get, do they get plus power? No, okay, they just get stood up. He doesn't get to drive is the thing, so... And he does on this, but not on the next attack. Oh, come on! Really? Well, after the stand, this makes them both unblockable, so it actually makes sense to me. Because the Overtrigger's additional effect is that your Vanguard gets +10/+1 during your turn. So like it restands at 43, so I can't block it. Well, I can, but like... I have to use the perfect on it, because it has critical too. So I'm just going to have to take the other one and hope that I get a heal, which is... Oops, sorry, punched my mic, which is not very likely. Wrong kind of trigger, my guy. That was almost okay. Dude, that is definitely going in the thumbnail. Uh-oh. Okay, no, we're good. Oh, it's prison. Okay. Well, it's probably prison. Okay, so it's definitely prison. So Aki, the friend that I mentioned earlier, actually has played Prison like since D series launched. So it's a deck that I'm fairly familiar with. So I'm not super concerned about it. Obviously, like Grade 4 Seraph is a pretty rough card. I don't have any cards at grade 2 that need a CV, so like this just benefits me basically. Yeah. Yeah, let's just turf you out. Oh, nice. Okay, that turned out to be worth. Because the quantity of cards in my soul doesn't matter so much in this deck, it's about the grades of the cards in soul. Interesting choice. I also like how this is like blatantly a labor. Specifically the Ingram, but any Patlabor mech would fit. Yeah, okay. I probably wouldn't have guarded there either. Maybe if I had a crit trigger in hand, but... So now they start bunking my stuff and putting it in horny jail. You. Do you have, is it, oh yeah, it's one or more. Okay, and then this is SP1, place a rear guard. Would have liked to draw that, but that's okay. Interesting choice. She's running front triggers, so there's no reason to do that. Interesting choice. I don't run multiples of this because I don't think that the 2000, like the plus 2000 is really worthwhile. But wait, hold on. Oh, it's con. Ah, that's right. I was like, wait a minute, is this broken? But no, it's just me being dumb. No, I'm not actually going to do that. However, do I have... I have 12 in soul. It's not quite enough, unfortunately. But I don't really have... Like, I'm not really in a position to add more cards, so I'll just, like, swing. And we'll see what happens. Interesting choice. Yeah, I'd say they like cobbled it together because some of the cards in this are pretty, like this one, which is like from a starter deck, for example. So I think they've probably just started and haven't really played much of story mode yet. God damn it. If I keep getting this trigger luck, though, I may still lose to it regardless. Yes, please put my units with when placed effects in Horny Jail. Really? Oh, and you didn't use her effect, okay. Getting a damage trigger would be really nice. There we go. Yeah, I don't think you're... Yeah, I didn't think that they were going to get a triple trigger, but I was kind of concerned about it. Okay, how am I off for soul? 3, 6 plus 10 is 16, so I'm actually ahead. Okay, cool. I'll take those. Okay, what's left in there? It's just, yeah, this stuff, okay. I have, no, I ran out of those, so grade 1. Yeah, no, I'm actually just gonna leave that be. So I have 3, 6, 9. So I only need 2 grade 2s left in there. Okay, so I can do this. Cool. The real threat with Dark Irregulars deck is the timer. Is that? Yeah, that's the bad Sentinel as well. No triggers ever? Dude, the animation for that attack when he's doing it is so cool. Oh, just barely, okay. Unfortunately, because of how it interacts with OBS, the game does not really enjoy being recorded, so it kind of stutters a lot. Oh, she doesn't have G4. Oh dear. Dude, what is this Sonic Adventure music? Oh, she just went for it. I can respect that. Actually, I only need this one, don't I? Because it, yeah, it gets +5. And we'll perfect guard this one, right? Oh yeah, it's really cool. I'm particularly fond of the Lyrical Monastero one, because it sounds like idol music, I guess, but it also sounds like Vanguard music, so I think they did a really good job with the BGM. I think the Brandgate music was definitely more based on Orfist and Groovidia rather than Horny Jail though. Oh wait, not that. Okay, do I have enough? I do actually, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't hold out hope for that kind of quality of life feature, but it would be nice. Yeah, I mean, this game is miles ahead of the 3DS games in terms of quality of life features, but it's still lacking things that would be nice. But I don't really think that we'll see those implemented. I mean, I still nearly died, like... I feel like D-Series is pretty well balanced, alright. I've been going for nearly 4 hours, so that's getting one more game. What should I play? I don't want to play something that's really, like, hard to... Yep. You know what, I'm pretty fond of... Actually, I'll make him just play the video. Let's just keep going with this. I finally got one win. Yay. I think the wins is actually per class, because I had one win earlier as well, but that was in class 1. I'm gonna have to figure out something to try and get it to, Some of the comments are like really funny stuff, which they were in the 3DS games as well. They were like meme lines that are like memes in Japan or stuff like that. Wait, what is the warning thing there for? What? I don't know what that means. Maybe just that their rank is too high? Yeah, I think that might be it. I sincerely doubt that this game is smart enough to recognize when people are like Alt F4ing or whatever. Yep. Congratulations, I played myself. Oh, it's gonna be Dart. Which I haven't won against yet. I almost won against that other one, but his last, well, it was probably his last draw trigger was like the literal last card in his deck. Yeah, my collection's pretty big at this point though, because I beat all 5 stories. The only cards that I'm really missing a lot of are Lyrical, because I have like 0 interest in actually playing Lyrical. I mean, they're a huge step up from Bermuda because they actually have, like, they do actually have aesthetic differences between the various decks, and since most of their stuff now happens, like, in the battle phase, and it's, like, on-placed, or, like, you set up and then you swing, and, like, your stuff that you preset goes off, you don't spend, like, 15 minutes jerking off your board in the main phase, which was what really annoyed me about Bermuda. The fact that they're all quarantined in their own set is also kind of a thing, because it does mean that sometimes you get a lyrical set when you wanted, like, a regular set, but I mean, if they want to, like, get money out of horny nerds, which they are clearly doing, like, it's fine. And the various decks in Lyrical are just, like, so much more interesting than Bermuda decks were, so... I'm actually going to guard this so that I can put this in Soul. I really wish, because like the idea of doing like a dedicated idol set, they definitely stole from Battle Spirits, but I really wish that they'd ripped off Battle Spirits a bit better when they did it, because Battle Spirits idol sets are really well made, because they're like idol versions of cards that exist already, and so their like lore and their mechanics reflect the card that they're based on, so they're actually like really fun sets to like, you know, browse and play. Unlike Lyrical, which is just kind of there. I'm gonna dump a critical trigger. Oh, sick. You first. Put this one down there. What did I just do? Oh, okay. I had a moment there. Nice heal trigger. God damn it. God damn it. This is why I don't normally play Dark Irregular, but here we are. So yes, I love charging heal triggers. Please give me more. Sure, I guess. My guy, what are you doing? Oh, okay, it doesn't have to hit a rear guard, right? I forgot. I forgot. Alright, let's make him have to get two. What's it gonna be? He didn't believe. And rightly so. Actually, you know, I'm probably better off just putting this in. Actually, wait, what have I got installed? 3, 7, 10. Yeah, okay, so this actually brings it up to 13. So I can just start doing... Well, I can't because I don't have the damage for it, but, like, I'm now set up to do so. I may just die next turn, depending on what happens. This one's probably more dangerous, but this is really annoying me because, like, if it hits me, then he gets to effectively +1 for nothing. Interesting choice. Yeah, this deck doesn't run any draw triggers because I found that if I was drawing with draw triggers, then I would deck myself out, like, constantly. So the hand can get kind of rough, but and I also did a lot of early guarding last turn because I didn't want him to, like, restand his Vanguard or, like, hit me with this and, like, retire one of my rear guards, so I kind of let it happen, but this turn, he has less on-hit stuff, so I'm just going to let some of it happen. Like, I have no reason, really, to guard this attack. Crap. I know this looks weird, but I actually need the damage. He just surrendered. What? Why? Why, though? Okay. I guess they were worried about next turn because, like, they could, if they attacked, then I was gonna get damage, and then I was gonna, like, restand and start doing stuff on my turn with, like, the double crit and stuff. But I know they were down to 3 damage. Like, surely they could have lived. I don't know. That was weird. That was a weird ending. Okay. I've been at this for 4 hours, so I'm gonna call it quits. I'm probably not going to do too much laddering on this channel. I was planning on it, but, like, the game really doesn't get along with OBS, so I'll try and work that out, but if I can't, then I'll do other stuff. The rest of this week, the plan is Super Wars and Pokemon Stadium, because I want to play the Pokemon Stadium Kaiser hack, and I have, like, a fun idea planned for that, but we'll do that another day. I wanted to get this out, like, sooner rather than later. Okay. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. If you did, it really helps the channel out. And I will see you guys tomorrow.